Hi there everyone, welcome to a special live stream here this morning. I'm going to be dealing with the Bachmann announcements, hopefully as they happen. So I'm going to get prepped. As you can tell, I'm running late. Gosh, that seems to be my thing, running late. So a big hello to everybody who's entered the chat room. And we're going to be looking at what's being announced from Bachmann. So there's been a lot of thoughts about what's going on, and one of the big things is that there isn't really going to be an awful lot. Let me just move the chair there. And it may be a bit of a damp squid, and I guess that after all of the fanfare surrounding the Hornby centenary announcement, we're just going to really struggle. And if my phone turns back up with the cupboard monkey at some point...
What's wrong?
I need my phone to check my emails.
Yeah, great. You'll have it in a minute.
Okay. Cupboard Monkey. It's early morning, so Cupboard Monkey's not a morning person. But a big hello to Berry120. Kevin Newbury, Gamehammer Classic Gaming as well. That's the Cupboard Monkey in disguise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find some info. Now, as you remember from the Hornby announcements, information was a scarce commodity. So I'm going to bring up the usual suspects, and we're going to see if we can find the information as it comes up. So I'm just getting ready here in the background, and it's probably going to be a little bit of a chastened bunch of people this morning. It is coming up on 10 o'clock in the UK. I'm not sure where it might be where you are. But we've got Kent Train fan in as well, so maybe we might have a little bit of a different crowd because it's a very different time of the day. So I'm just having a quick look and seeing if I can find any information whatsoever. Information is proving to be quite scarce at the moment. So I'm looking at the time, we're like 2 minutes to go. Good morning to Stockton Junction, a big hello to you as well. And I'm just having a look. What have we got? There's nothing coming up on there. So I am going to just check out. Let's have a look. Right. There's nothing come through as yet. So basically we're going to talk amongst ourselves. New Mills Model Railway asks, have you kept those bunny ears on all night? What does the cupboard monkey think of that? She'll think that I'm stupid. Is the thing.
Yeah, but that's just like default.
Yeah, what? No, I haven't kept them on all night. I thought I'd put them on just for a talking point, because I suspect that there's going to be a lot of filling airtime today. So I'm waiting for an email. Oliver Davies at Rails of Sheffield very kindly said that as soon as he knows anything, he's going to what's gone on here? No computer. I didn't want for you to just bring up something for my mobile phone just because it's been plugged into charge. Right, anyway, a lot of people actually online are talking about various things about the Bachmann announcements. Maybe the items not in the catalogue are going to be in this week's due within 3 months announcement. Yeah, and a lot of people have been suggesting that actually what we're going to be looking at is these are the items that are due shortly.
We've actually made something. We haven't just backseated it.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm just I'm keeping an eye on my emails down here on my phone. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock. So let's see. Can we refresh? Something came at 9 minutes. No. There is quite literally nothing. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Where, quite frankly, we're going to be starved of information. I'm trying desperately to find a link to the Bachmann 2020 announcements page, and I'm getting absolutely nothing, it has to be said. So, I just over to the audience. Does anybody know what's going on? So, latest news on the Bachmann website shows nothing at all. information, announcements. I'm going to just quickly check. Apparently, you need a username and password. They really have locked this down. I mean, this is a far cry, actually, from what we experienced with the Hornby 2020 announcements. We even had Michael Day from Hornby, who phoned up the show and gave an interview. There was a real buzz about the Hornby announcements. We're now 1 minute past 10. And quite frankly, this is a real damp squib with the...
Jen, do you ever get the feeling that Bachmann being so standoffish with the internet community is going to really backfire on them?
Yeah, I think it already is. The internet is the future, whether you like it or not. And quite frankly, I think companies that haven't embraced the internet have lost out. And we've seen that all across the high street. It's one of the reasons why the high street is dying. Not the only reason, but it's one of the big reasons. And I think that, what we've seen from Hornby has, Hornby was slated 5-6 years ago for just really being really off the pulse. And now they are really back with it. They've got the likes of Michael Day, who produces some great online content on social media, keeping people informed. They are the first to actually tell people in the press in good time, not just like, here's an email on the actual time. And I've still got no emails come through. Hornby has really kept people informed, and people appreciate that. Again, Oxford Rail, we did the Oxford Rail announcements, and Oxford Rail, a much smaller company, but even so, I had Scott Rhodes from Oxford Rail was on the show on that morning, and we had a really great interview. We talked through some stuff, and I think excuse me, enthusiastic customers really do appreciate being kept informed, having something to talk about, and getting information. And Oxford Rail did that beautifully. Hornby very much this year have done that to a T. But other manufacturers who don't necessarily have a big fanfare do keep people in the loop. I've done a lot of stuff with Daypol, and they are very good at keeping people informed. The information is out there. So I'm gonna there's just nothing. It's dead. Absolutely dead. Now, I'm told it's supposed to have been announced at 10 o'clock. And this is testament to how off the pulse Bachmann are. This is the most underwhelming product announcement that I have ever seen. The Bachmann website, you're looking at what I'm looking at. That's it. Nothing. We do have the right date, don't we? Do we? Tuesday the 4th. I think David Robinson. I don't think it's quite that harsh. Maybe all that Bachmann have caught the coronavirus. If it's reached the UK in that level, I think we're quite worried. I don't think it's that. I just think that Bachmann, I know that they poo-poo a lot of YouTubers, if not all YouTubers, and think that, they treat us with disdain. And what have we seen from that? We've seen Hornby go from strength to strength, supporting YouTubers, not just myself. They support a number of other channels as well. But also, in terms of getting that information out there is really important. It's what I was saying with Alex Crompton last night on the Monday Club live stream, that part of the battle is actually... essentially people knowing about your product. Let's see, are we getting anything coming through? The website's chugging, and this is the most up-to-date that the website is, and quite frankly, there is nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to go to Rails of Sheffield. I'm waiting for an email from Rails of Sheffield, and there is nothing. I'm guessing that Rails of Sheffield are also being kept in the dark. And, Bachmann, if you ever get to see this really is not a good way to keep your customer base informed. At the end of the day, does it really cost anything to actually tell people what's going on? New Mills Model Railway, as a retailer, Bachmann are really difficult to talk to too. Yeah, and this is such a turnaround. 5 years ago, everybody was singing the praises of Bachmann and saying how useless Hornby were being. And now we're seeing Hornby have really got their game together. They really engage with the customer base. They tell people what's going on. The information is there. And, you know, there's just nothing. I'm going to refresh on RM Web. Andy York over at RM Web and the other guys who run RM Web are really on the money with stuff as well. And if they're not posting anything, then it basically means there is nothing to actually to show. Anyway, I'm going to actually, it might help me if I log in. So I'm not going to show you my password. So I just realised I wasn't logged in. So sign in. But there really is no information. We are on the... They didn't cancel this announcement, did they? I just... It beggars belief that there is no information out there. I'm going to try another retailer's website and I'm going to see what they know. But yeah, you're absolutely right, New Mills Model Railway. Bachmann are just almost alienating their customer base. I'm just looking down here. There is absolutely no information. Yes, Cupboard Monkey, you're absolutely wrong. We all know that your password is buttface. Barnabas Junction, I was informed that the Bachmann announcements are on February the 5th. I'd been told they were originally, for the trade, was supposed to be Tuesday the 4th. Maybe you're right. But again, this is one of the things that, I know. That's Game Hammer Classic Gaming, aka the Cupboard Monkey. I am aware. I'm looking up something. So I don't think people want to look at my... what's gone on here? Have a look. Bish, bash, bosh, boosh. Again, the big issue has been that the lack of information. I'm told today... I've been told tomorrow. Let's have a look. 10 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah. I'm just going to... let's have a look. Here we are. There you are. The new Bachmann 2020 range will be announced on 4th of February. That's today at 10 a.m. And quite frankly, there is nothing going on. And this is just... this really, for me, sums up the problem that Bachmann are getting themselves into. That they treat the customer base as almost like an irritant. It's like, you will buy what we want when we tell you to. And, I'm not one to criticise manufacturers. Sometimes I get criticised for not criticising them enough. But in this instance, it's a very valid criticism of Bachmann that they are not, that they're not actually keeping their customer base informed. Just... AD Pullen says, on 23rd of January, I did send you a message on Messenger about Bachmann announced... Yeah, I did see that. But there's been mixed news through official channels. I know that they're having a Collectors Club event tomorrow. That's what was the press event. Because I was originally due tomorrow to be going down with Rails of Sheffield to the big event. And they cancelled it. And that may be what we're seeing here is it's a bit like what happened at Downing Street, where they went, we will pick and choose which media outlets we have into the briefing. You can't do that. And everybody else went, well, you know what, if you're going to do that, we're going to walk out. And I do feel in some sense that actually I'm getting a sense of that. It's like they're trying to pick and choose, and all of the trade press have gone, you know what, not interested. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about. So I'm guessing that everybody does have their thoughts on what actually is going to be in the Bachmann announcements. My guess is nothing. Absolutely nothing. And maybe what all of this is hiding is the fact that they don't actually have any announcements. Maybe they've decided that off the back of the Hornby announcements, which really did blow the market away, they're always going to play second fiddle to that. And maybe there's going to be a year of consolidation. I've heard that as well, where they've been criticised for so long for announcing stuff far, far in advance, and it just irritates people. I've heard the term vaporware bandied around, and a lot of the Bachmann announcements in recent years have just been vaporware. Where are they? Still waiting for the VEA van. Still waiting for a lot of models. The 24-1 is only just coming through. And maybe they've taken the view there's no point in announcing anything new, and they're going to try and bring that release schedule back in line with early morning. And now, I'm trying to read the comments. And Cupboard Monkey says, "Hi everyone, thanks for coming out this early in the morning, Jenny, and I really appreciate it." And we really do. It's great to have you all aboard. And I know that essentially it's a bit of a damp squib. I'm going to go until 11 o'clock, and quite frankly, if there is no news out of Bachmann, then that's it. Sorry, Bachmann, but we're not at your beck and call. You don't have us on a string. And I get the impression a lot of retailers, a lot of media outlets, a lot of YouTubers do feel that way. That if you ask other manufacturers a question, you get an answer. Now, I approached. I hate the term, but I reached out to Bachmann earlier this year to even just get a decal or a sign, something small, to go on the Great Model Railway Challenge Rail Riders official War of the Worlds layout. And quite frankly, all of the other manufacturers, bar a couple, came back to me like, yeah, that's great. I'm really, really happy to give you something just to say, we sponsored the program, so thanks for letting us put a sign on your layout to say, this layout was built with the assistance of, Hornby responded, Metcalf models responded, so a load of the others responded as well. I think Gauge Master responded as well. And I got nothing. I got completely stonewalled from Bachmann. And it's like, well, if you don't want me to even say thank you publicly, then, I'm sorry. But that's no way to treat... It's no way to actually treat your customer base. And yeah, Gamehammer Classic Gaming says, the Bachmann Europe Twitter page doesn't even have any tweets. Model Train Fan 102. Hi, Jen. The Gwilly Railway are loaning L92. This is the ex-London Transport pannier tank. Actually, I've got a model of L92 because I just, a Bachmann model, I DCC fitted it comparatively recently. Gordon McIlroy. I could have spent another hour in bed. Us pensioners like a slow start to the day. I'll be honest with you, I'm not. I was looking forward to a lie-in. So you and me both. I was told, if I go back to, where's the page? There we are. So there, in black and white, well, green and white, the new Bachmann 2020 range will be announced on 4th of February at 10 a.m. We're now at 10:15. And nothing. I'm waiting for an announcement from... I was promised... spoke to Oliver Davies at Rails of Sheffield. He's been really, really great over the last few months, getting information to me, sorting out stuff for review. And, it's been a pleasure to work with Rails of Sheffield. He says, as soon as I have anything, I will forward it on to you. And he was true to his word with the Hornby stuff. He forwarded stuff as fast as he can. Remind me on a Mac what force refresh is. Command R. So we're going to force refresh Command R. Let's do some force refreshes. Berry 120 says perhaps they got the wrong time zone and it's US time. Well, they're based at Hinckley, so there's nothing. The Bachmann website, nothing. There is quite literally nothing coming through on RM web here because they are pretty much interesting. Somebody posted 25 minutes ago about the Bachmann website. It's apparently geared up for a lot of demand. But Copper Hill Junction Model Railway, I don't think Bachmann were announcing a new range this year. I think you're absolutely right, but they haven't kept the customer informed. So I'm going to force refresh this again. This is the Rails of Sheffield site. Now, Oliver Davies this morning sent me an email saying as soon as he knew anything, he would let me know. And this is their website, still showing Bachmann 2020 range coming soon. New Bachmann 2020 range will be announced on 4th of February at 10 a.m. Berry 120 says they've taken logins and purchases offline, which implies they're expecting traffic but can't see anything. Shift Command R. There's nothing. It's interesting, Berry 120. Yeah, it's like they're expecting huge traffic, and there is nothing there to actually back that up. 29th of the 1st, 2019. Something about supporting charities. There really is nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I'm mystified. It's supposed to. This has got to be, like the words "getting drunk and brewery" and "couldn't organise one in" do actually spring to mind. So usually, if there is something to be known, Andy Webb and the guys over at RM Web are actually really on the money putting stuff up. So I'm going to leave a comment on RM Web here. Live posting. Jenny posts live on RM Web. There we are. Slight sarcasm. Yeah. People over on RM Web are asking what's going on. Interesting. This, I'll be honest with you, it feels like either they've got some kind of a serious error, and we can't overlook that. Maybe they are experiencing huge amounts of issues, technical issues, which are preventing them from, Copper Hill Junction Model Railway. Did it say 4th of February 2020? Yeah, it's there on your screen now. The new Bachmann 2020 range will be announced on 4th of February at 10 a.m. And there's just nothing. So we can't overlook the fact maybe they're having some severe issues, but they've got a Twitter feed and they've not put anything out. They could at least get the word out. But usually, this morning's beverage of choice is we've got a cheeky Pepsi Max Cherry, just to let you know. Berry 120, serious technical errors happen. I work in that field. But then you send a tweet or something similar out saying sorry and explain the situation. You are absolutely right. It also doesn't explain why RM Web or Rails of Sheffield know nothing either. Because quite frankly, these announcements should have gone out to the press and the retailers in advance so that they actually have the stuff ready to go. They managed that with the Hornby announcements. The press event for that was actually sort of like, I think it was November last year. But there's nothing. And, RM Web would normally have got everything up and in place. But Stockton Junction, where is the best place to get the Hornby pre-orders, Jenny? Well, it depends on what you want to order. The big retailers, Rails of Sheffield, you're seeing that on your screen. Also Hatton's, Kernow Model Centre. They're very reliable for pre-ordering, but they are sold out now on their allocation for a lot of things. So what I would suggest is also, following on from last night's live stream, support your local retailer. If you've got a local model shop that gives you good service and good prices, do support them. And what you may find is that some things that are sold out with the big retailers, like for example the Duchess of Atholl, the die-cast Hornby 00 edition, or the Triang rocket sets, they are sold out at Rails, at Hatton's, and also direct through Hornby. Their allocations are sold out. But what you may find if you go to somewhere like Durham Trains of Stanley, Harbin Hobbies, 53A models, Transport models, Preston, Invicta models, Stockton Modeler, Millennium Models, all of these smaller places may still have some of that allocation unallocated. It was the case with, for example, the Huntley and Palmer's W4 Packet, that whilst they were sold out with all the big people, it was still possible to get them in some of the smaller retailers. AD Pullen says, on a brighter note, I've heard that Stevenson's Rocket and 2019 LMS Princess are in Hornby warehouse. Interesting. The Stevenson's Rocket I do have on order. So basically, as soon as it starts going out, I will get one, and there will be a full box opening and review on that. We will make that a priority. But yeah, New Mills Model Railway, they should explain if there's a fault. I think I'll go build my Model Railway whilst I wait. Absolutely true. Graham Mick, maybe they have nothing to launch. I think you're absolutely right. Derek Grant says, cup of tea here for me is a beverage of choice. The Cupboard Monkey will rock with you on that. Cupboard Monkey is a big fan of actual cups of tea. But I'm on the Pepsi to the max, so I'm going to get my jiggle on. I've already got my my kitty ears on, just for the giggles of it. Right, let's have another refresh roundup. No, Command R. Come on. Yeah, extremely quiet. Bachmann late for something. No, it was saying us will be arriving 20. Maybe they broke the internet. Right, there's people talking about it. Gareth Waite, morning Jenny, how are you? I'm pretty good this morning, actually, thank you very much. Stretch Edits, morning to you. Graham Mick, morning Leslie, morning Leslie Gilpin. AD Pullen, on a brighter... Oh, right, I've already read that out. Yeah, James Gilbert, Bachmann don't do punctuality. Yeah, definitely. This person here says, been checking out the Rails website in case they got in first. Must say Hornby B12 and LNER Apple Green is rather nice. And yeah, what they're looking at is this. So yeah, Bachmann, because you didn't keep us informed, we're going to go over to Rails and have a look at the Holden Class B12 LNER Green locomotive. That is a beautiful model. It's quite expensive. They are available in stock. Other retailers have them in stock as well. Yeah, I'm looking at that actually, and I'm thinking, you know what, Bachmann, you've made me want to buy the Hornby Holden Class B12. This is, I might ask Rails about getting one of these. Yeah, that is. So it was a Great Eastern Railway locomotive. I wonder if they'll release it in Great Eastern Railway. Blue, I suspect they may have been in. S69. Gosh, this just sums up Bachmann's absolutely screwing up the announcement. Quite frankly, I'm looking at Hornby products on the Rails website with you guys. So, Oliver, if you're watching this and still wondering where your information from Bachmann is, then I'm looking at this. This is really nice, actually. Other retailers obviously available. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft says, when are you doing a new video of Weir Yard in the Loft? There will be a new video going up hopefully on Friday. I'm combining a review of a new Pico product with actually doing an update on Weir Yard, because it's going into Weir Yard, so you'll get to see the product fully built in the environment with all the surroundings, and it's a signal box kit. In fact, I'm going to see can I find on the Rails of Sheffield website. Other websites are available. I'm just trying to remember. Oh, gosh. 016.5 chassis with motor and the gears. Oh, interesting. They're good value, actually. I don't do 016.5, but sorry, I'm just... right, what I need to do, I think, is... do model kits. I'm going to look and see. Oh, we need 00 gauge because that's the model I'm reviewing. I'm seeing if it comes up. I may actually have a pre-release one. Pico... Yeah, actually, they haven't. Interesting. I'm looking for the product that I've been sent to review by Pico, and I can't actually find it. So I'm just looking down here. I think it's like LK201. Barnabas Junction says, Jenny, you missed a fantastic exhibition at Stafford. I know, I was working all weekend. Unfortunately, it was just simply a case of I couldn't make anything. I also had an invite to do the Settle and Carlisle, and I was unable to make that. But yeah, I've heard some good feedback. Aha! Right. This is a sneak preview of the model that I am building for a review. So you're looking there, Pico LK201. It is actually in stock. So my Friday update video, I am reviewing this kit. This kit, it's currently mostly built actually, and I filmed the building process. I'm not going to give away too much other than to say this is a really good kit. It's not a plastic kit and it's not a card kit. It's actually a laser cut wooden kit in the main, and it's a really impressive kit. I've been pleasantly surprised by it. Graham MCK says, have to go. We'll watch the replay later. It's off to Dingwall to visit a nice little model shop. Boom! Support your local model shop. That was what yesterday's Jenny Monday Club live stream was all about. Ham Shackleton, good morning to you as well. Martin Patterson says, good morning, Uncle Monkey. I want that one too. I think that's the Holden B12. Berry 120, good job it's not 2009, otherwise people will be posting Rick Roll Bachmann announcement videos. Yeah, very tempted now to actually, let's have a look. I suppose maybe they've got actually nothing to it. Actually, it's interesting, the press event's been cancelled. Yeah, I'm going to post a reply here. Stretch edits. In that case, I guess there's not going to be any release details today. I think you're absolutely right. If there'd been some kind of technical issue, then quite frankly, I think that let's just force refresh the Rails website. That there just isn't anything going on. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've never known a product announcement to be this much of an underwhelmment. I'm going to be honest with you. There is nothing now to announce. To all intents and purposes, Bachmann have cancelled the event. They just forgot to tell everybody who was invited. So, but this is going to go down in kind of model railway history as the day that it became clear that Bachmann had lost their way. I mean, guys, come on. Even just an announcement of confirmation of these are the things that are supposed to be out this year would be nice. I mean, come on, guys. Things like reliveries. There must be like a new livery on an existing thing to announce, even if it's just a few wagons. I mean, the Oxford Rail announcements, there wasn't a huge amount of stuff, but they told us they had a launch. I had Scott Rhodes on the telephone and giving an interview, and yeah, Ham Shackleton. It seems that Bachmann have shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, you are absolutely right. And I'm waiting here on the let's just talk about something else. AD Pullen, will today wreck Bachmann reputation in the UK? I believe it will definitely harm it. They were skating on thin ice. I like transport. What am I missing? Absolutely nothing, apparently. So I'm just talking to you actually about products from other manufacturers. Bachmann, take note. Your underwhelming product announcement that you billed as being at 10 a.m. on today that has not happened is making me go and recommend other manufacturers' products. So we got here the Pico LK201 Lineside Highland Railway signal box. What I'm actually doing at the moment is I'm filming a review on this. I've nearly finished the review. This will be combined into the Friday update on Weir Yard video. I was very kindly sent this kit and another kit by Pico, and actually I'm really pleasantly surprised. It's a laser cut wood kit. The quality of the kit is really sharp. It's easy to build. Oh, excuse me. It's actually the easiest kit I've had to put together to get such a great result. So basically, even if you're nervous about actually building your own kits, don't worry. This kit is really, really good. So a full review of this will be coming out on Friday, but it's getting the thumbs up from me as well. Apparently there still stands, this kit, on the far north line of Scotland. It's going to go into Weir Yard. But hi Alex Faxton there, who was on the live stream last night on the Jenny Monday Club. Simon Moppet, do you think the Highland signal box could be adapted to other railways? Yes, I'm going to use it on Weir Yard. I'm going to take the view that British Rail recycled old boxes, so moved them to new location. Ham Shackleton says, as there is no Bachmann, can I promote a friend of mine's kit range, Ancorton models? Yes, you certainly can. So what I'm going to do, because Bachmann haven't bothered, I'm going to reuse the Bachmann tab. Just one quick update. There's nothing come up. Let's just try the home page again. There really is nothing. So let's go to Ancorton.com. So let's check out. This is Ham Shackleton's friends, Ancorton models, quality modelling made easier, top quality kits and fully finished models in OO and N scale. So let's have a look at OO. So we got 3D printed models. Vehicles. Are they all 3D printed? So definitely anybody who is into pre-grouping and Big Four era, it's certainly nice to see horse-drawn items. Laser-cut wood kits. What I found actually is laser-cut wood kits. I'm doing this Pico signal box that you see on your screen now. They are really good kits. So actually some of these do look quite nice. And the detail you see there, so on OOHW1, the Haywain, that detail with the wooden work will be replicated in the kit. And they're actually quite easy to cut out from the fretboards. Let's have a look at Ready to Plant 3D pillboxes. I always like a good pillbox. Oh, just bear with me one moment. Hello? Hello, you. So I'm right in the middle of a live stream. Can I go and pass you over to Zoe? No, I gave it back to you. Brought it back round. The only other thing that I can actually recommend is I do have a battery boost unit in the boot of the Volvo. It will need to go on charge, but Oh wait, yeah. Well, what? I'm going through till 11. But what time do you need to get him there? Right. Well, okay. Well, look. If I will come up with the thing now. So I'm gonna I'll I can be, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Have you got jump leads? Right. Well, look. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What I will do is I'm gonna because I'm covering the Bachmann announcements, but there's nothing to announce. They just haven't announced anything. It's like they cancelled the event but didn't tell anybody. So what I'll do is I'll sign off from here, and I will I'll come up and I'll bring the battery boost unit, and we'll see if we can get it started. But then you need to take the boost unit with you in case it doesn't then start after you when you want to come back. How old is the battery? Yeah, I think you need a new battery. Hmm. Yeah, look, don't worry. I'll be straight on over then. Okay, look, it's it. No worries. Right, take care. See you in a bit. Bye. Sorry, family emergency. My father's got to get to the hospital, and his car battery's completely flat. He's got a 10-year-old car battery in a Honda Civic, and he wonders why it's going flat on him. So, FMR Station House. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just do a live stream, and it's about jump starting. Norbert Rösler. Hello aus Deutschland. Hallo, wie geht es euch? Uns geht es gut, danke. And God, I'm doing both parts of the conversation there. Yeah, Gwion Reese Davies. Well, that was an unexpected turn. Yeah, it's the most underwhelming announcements I've ever seen. But there is literally nothing. I'm going to check if my contact and Rails have nothing. They were going to send me an email as soon as they knew. And well, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to have to go and help my dad. So really sorry there's nothing to announce, but I'm afraid this kind of sums up the problem that Bachmann have. They've lost their way. So I guess I'm going to leave you with a view of the Holden B12 that everybody's talking about, if I can find it again. So where's the one that everybody was talking about? Holden B12. It's disappeared. It's gone. Right, look, anyway, Leslie Gilbert, you're absolutely right. Sparky 107, good luck with the battery. Yeah, no problem. Basically, can't find his battery charger. He's got no jump leads. So the best I've got is a battery boost pack, which is hazy to say the least. So I'm going to have to go and help him out. So look, anyway, you guys take care. And as soon as I know anything, I will let you guys know. Anyway, you take care. Bye for now.